Hello and welcome back to Around the Block. Hope you're all doing well today and looking forward to today's episode where we've moved club. We've got a new team, a new season, a new country and a whole load of new players to get to know as well, which we'll get to know in the next few episodes. But of course, we'll look at most of the first team in today's episode as well. Today, we have a big game, actually. It's the Czech-Slovakian Super Cup final, which we've played in before, but I just never did it on camera because I don't know why I didn't do it on camera really, but we did it with Martin. We won the cup with Martin, and this Czech-Slovakian Super Cup is the winner of the Czech Cup versus the winner of the Slovakian Cup. We won it a long time ago with Martin. I think we played a very good team. I can't remember we played at all, actually, if I'm honest with you, but we lost it either way quite heavily. So it was quite a good job I didn't show it on camera. But this time, we're going to do it on camera. Slavia Prague versus Slovan Bratislava, and hopefully we pick up a big win and get our first bit of silverware in our first competitive game. So I guess to recap, if you're just coming to the series or you've missed a few episodes and things like that, we were with RB Leipzig and we won the Bundesliga, and after that we said to ourselves, right, we've won the Bundesliga, we can't really do much more with Leipzig. We got nearly to a Champions League final, we didn't quite get there, but we thought it's time to move on because we want to explore one or two more leagues before we move on to a different save to finish off FM20 before FM21 comes out. So one of those leagues is the Czech League, and Slavia Prague were available, and it's one of the teams I actually really wanted to go to in this entire journey, so I'm pretty happy that they became available. We've got a very, very nice stadium. Looks very nice and new, I must say. Built in 2008, 20,000 people. Hopefully we can sell that out. We're in the Europa League this season as well, so hopefully we can win a Europa League. That would be pretty exciting too. So I'm pretty happy that we're here. I think we've got a great chance of doing something special here in the Czech Republic and in Prague. Now, I have been busy. I have made transfers, but there's no point me going through the transfers because we don't actually know anyone in the first place, do we? So I think what is best to do is actually just sort of jump into the game, and I'll introduce you to that sort of first 11 that we've got right now and a few players that we've brought in, and one particular familiar face who you might recognise or should recognise back from the Puskás days. Now, when we first joined the club, we were told that a 5 at the back system, that the same one we've basically been using at RB Leipzig, was the way to go. They said that's the best formation. But actually, I've looked at the players, and in terms of the best players in the squad, I think this is actually the best formation that we've got. It's not the most attacking formation, but hopefully we should be able to get plenty of goals this season. We have got a 5 at the back system should we want to use it, but I do think that this is the slightly better system to go for. So, starting off in goal, our first choice keeper is Lucas Hornysek. I think I can say that. He's got loads of caps for the Czech Republic as well. 30 years old, so getting on a little bit, but looks like a pretty decent player. Very tall at 6'5" as well. Has been at Slavia Prague for a long time, after a brief little spell at Sporting where he didn't really do much, but had done very well at Slavia Prague the past good few years or so. Right, we'll go on to the two centre-backs because these are two centre-backs that were at the club originally. So this guy, Thomas Vlek, is a very good centre-back, I must say. 14 heading, 16 marking, 14 tackling. I really like that. That's very, very good in my opinion. Issue is he is 32 years old and getting on a little bit, but has been here his entire career. So, you know, we've got to sort of respect that a little bit, haven't we? And on the other side, we've got Jakub Cermak, who is 21 years old, so the other end of the spectrum, very young. He's marking, tackling and heading, maybe not quite as good, but 21 years old. Apparently he's more of a right back, but we're playing him as centre back. He's very good at that role as well. Very, very physical as well. And again, he's come through most of his career at Slavia Prague. Did start off at Bohemians, but he's a good player. The two wing-backs I've brought into the club. I wasn't very happy with the wing-backs that we had. So on the left-hand side, we've got Gabriel Jimenez, a Colombian wing-back. We're starting to be more of a wing-back, but, you know, plays at left-back pretty well as well, I must say. We bought him in from Santa Fe for £3 million. So a bit of an expensive deal, but we've got him in. And on the other side, we've got a guy called Mamadou Dagnoko, who is a right wing-back, I should say, who's got a pretty decent dribbling and crossing for this sort of level. And we got him from Puskás Academy for £3 million as well. Puskás had him for a little while. Obviously, must have played some Champions League football, so he's very experienced and things like that. And in the CDM role, I think we've got our best player in the squad, Jose Morales. He looks like just a superb player, basically. He's 4-star current ability, young, so he's still got a bit of time to develop as well. And his attributes, while nothing is massively standout, he's very solid across the board, which I'm pretty pleased with. He came in from a team in Costa Rica for £1.1 million a few seasons ago. Not that it really matters too much. We've got two midfielders. One of them is this guy, Isaac Laria. Again, looks like a pretty solid player. Is 20 years old and has got loads of potential. So he's one that we want to keep. Described as a wonder kid as well. So Slavia Prague. Did I buy him? I don't think I bought him. I didn't buy him because he's got games played last season. So I didn't buy him. thinking I usually go for wonder kids, don't I? But this guy is apparently a wonder kid, so he's very good to have. Hopefully he'll be really good for us and develop massively as well. And to partner alongside him, a player that I've just brought into the club, it's Lenny Gel. Lenny Gel, remember Lenny Gel back from the Puskás Academy days? Well, he's come into this squad and he's going to deliver us a title this season. He's been all over the place. He started off at Budapest Honvéd and then we signed him for Puskás. And he played really well, a 7.82 average rating, a 7.5 average rating in his second season. Massive ratings. We then signed him for CSK Moscow, where he played regularly for us. 21 games played, a 7.16 average rating. But then we got sacked and clearly he fell out of favour at CSK Moscow massively. And I must say, I feel like that's ruined his career a little bit. Went to Basel, we did quite well at Basel, but then came back, didn't really get any game time at CSK Moscow. So to reinvent himself, he went to Brazil, Corinthians, and played loads of games and not quite getting the same average ratings there, a little bit under 7. But hopefully back here for £6 million at Slavia Prague, hopefully we can get him back to what he used to be at Puskás Academy, and that would be amazing. On the right wing, we've got some guy called Vasilas Fukas, which I'm going to really butcher saying at some point, but he looks like a pretty decent winger, I must say. Got really good dribbling, finishing and first touch, so really good inside forward. I think he's going to score plenty of goals for us. I think he's been a bit unlucky not to get more caps for the Czech national team, but does like to get a good amount of goals. I think across all competitions we'll easily be getting 10 goals plus for us this season. He'll be very good. And on the left wing, a player that I've brought in as well, Kamil Hasek. Again, more of an inside forward or inverted winger on that left hand side, but got really good crossing, dribbling. His finishing lets him down a little bit, I must say, at 7, so he's more of the assist man, I would say, rather than anything else. A little bit slow. Well, I'll say 14 pace. It's pretty fast still. And again, he gets quite a few assists, more assists than goals, having played elsewhere in the Czech Republic. So he's been promoted to this team. And then up front, we've got Ibrahim Diamande, who is our best striker, despite his finishing being 8. So maybe we need to look at another striker. I'm trying to get other strikers in on loan because this finishing is not good enough. Physically, he is amazing. And he's very good first touch-wise, very good dribbling-wise. His finishing is just terrible, though. So we do need to get someone else in. But he does bag goals, 16, 15. I mean, he's done well there. 7 goals and 13 appearances last season. So maybe I'm being a bit harsh on him. But 8 finishing just doesn't quite really seem good enough for this level. So that is the first team. We'll introduce you to players as and when we need to bring them on. We've got quite a few injuries and suspensions. Ruben Diaz, of all players, the Ruben Diaz, who's actually very, very good in game, is at the club, but we're selling him to Sporting Kansas City. He's 36 years old now and not very good, but he's had a very eventful career at Barcelona, PSG and at Slavia Prague. A little bit of a weird one, but it's now going off to the MLS, so we won't see much of him, but it's quite important to say that he was here for a little bit. And there is another player that we signed, if we can find him, Pedro Gomez. Now, Pedro Gomez played against us a lot in the Bundesliga because he played for Schalke last season, has been at Real Madrid for a long time before that. Played for Schalke last season. They weren't pleased with him, so we bought him for £7.75 million. He's our best centre-back, I reckon, but is currently injured right now. So he'll be in this team soon, but just not quite yet. So that is the team. As I say, more players will be introduced to you as and when, but this is looking like it's going to be my sort of first choice. I'm really excited by this midfield trio of Lenny Gel, Laria and Morelos. They look really, really good to me. I'm really excited for these sort of trio to get going and play well with each other and hopefully get Lenny Gel back to that form that he used to be for Puskás Academy. Anyway, let's get started with Slavia Prague and let's win our first bit of silverware. Right then, kickoff is upon us here today in the Czech-Slovak Super Cup final. It's a bit of a weird competition, but hopefully we can win it. I'd like to actually win it because obviously we lost it when we were with Martin. Not that you guys, I never really broadcast it because I think I just thought it was a sort of a pre-season friendly, so I never thought it was that important. But now we're here at Slavia Prague. We've realised that silverware is very important to win, no matter what it looks like. You know, we've realised that, I think, after the disappointment that was the Champions League at RB Leipzig. So any bit of silverware is important to us, as we've gone through the entire first half without a single highlight. You really do hate to see it. Right. Start the second half instead then. Let's go a bit more attacking. And here we go. Finally a highlight. We're in the red kit. Slovan Bratislava in the white kit as they get the ball forward. Slovan Bratislava coming forward, getting the ball into the middle. David plays it back out to a guy that I am glad is not in my team because I cannot even fathom how you pronounce that, let alone have a go at it. As they get it into Babic, who shoots, and it's a good save from Hornacek as he gets his first save of the game, actually. That's the first shot in the entire game on target. I tell you what, this is not what we've come for. We've not come for a boring game for nothing to happen. Let's get creative out there, lads. Get creative. Let's show Slovan Bratislava and the rest of the Czech Republic what we can do. as we need to get a goal here, and hopefully our striker with only 8 finishing will prove me wrong. I want him to prove me wrong. I don't want to replace him, but if he's not playing well and he's not scoring goals with only 8 finishing, then he does need to go. As we get it out to Dayako, the former Pushers Academy player, gets it into the middle, cleared only as far as Lenny Gel, but Lenny Gel can't win the ball, and we do win it back as Fukas on the ball, coming forward now down his right hand side. Fukas across to Hazak on the ball. Come on, get it in the middle. A goal is coming, and there we go. Ibrahim Diamande scores the opening goal of the game. He's only got 8 finishing, but he only needs 8 finishing to finish when you're only 3 yards out like that. Good goal, at least. A good goal. Weird combination of blue socks and red kit. I'm not quite sure I'm very keen on that, but it's what they're playing apparently. And yeah, when you're 3, 4, 5 yards out there, you don't need anything more than 8 finishing. He just has to get it on target, and it's going to go in the back of the net. Great stuff then. 1-0 up. And hopefully the first bit of silverware on its way. So it looks like we need to take both of our wingers off. Fukas not playing particularly well, and Hazak is looking rather tired out there. So Fukas will come off. I don't think we've got another right winger on the bench because our other right winger is injured. So I think Zezula is going to come on for him. Not really a winger, more of a striker, but can play on the wing. Okay-ish, I must say. He's got 14 finishing. Maybe we need to look to start this guy a little bit more if Diamande isn't finishing off opportunities for us. But Zezula will come on. I think he's a youth player, not a Fars, unfortunately, but did come through other systems. We bought for 2.5 million. Hazarek will come off, and we'll bring Sablik on, who is just as good, really. Maybe a little better. He's got fantastic dribbling at 17 and really good pace acceleration stuff. But we wanted someone else on that wing to provide some competition. So Sablik will come on and hopefully do pretty well for us. And I think we might make one more change. I think what we'll do, who's looking nervous out there and apprehensive? Jimenez is looking a bit nervous and apprehensive. He's our left back, so we'll bring on Polasek, who is not a very... Well, he's all right at left back, but he's just not as good. He's got terrible crossing and dribbling, which is why we had to replace him, essentially. So that's what that one is. But he's going to come on and hopefully see the game out for us. But with only 10 minutes or so to go, Lenny Joe with a free kick floats it into the middle. It's cleared. Is Lenny Joe going to pick that one up? He's not, because he's not going to get a tackle in there, unfortunately. But we do manage to win the ball back, but it does go straight back to Slovan Bratislava in the midfield as they look to come forward. And they're looking quite strong coming forward. I can feel a goal coming as we're not challenging. And what is the keeper doing there? Hornacek. How on earth has he put that in the back of his own net like that? You hate to see it. And now we've got our 2 best wingers off the pitch. Could be a little bit of an uphill battle. I mean, what is he doing? I mean, it's acrobatic. It's just not... Was he going for the scorpion kick or something? I'm not quite sure what he was doing with that one. You hate to see it, but as we get into the 86th minute now, I'm a little bit concerned we might not be scoring goals. As Zezula, come on lad, do something clever with this one as he puts it up towards Diamande, who holds up the ball nicely, gets past one man, gets past 2, not quite in the area, Morales picks it up, Zezula back on the ball, shoots and it gets blocked, and here comes Slovan Bratislava. And is that stupid shot from an inexperienced player going to cost us another goal? Not quite, because Zezula does get the ball back and looks to play it. So, what is he doing? He's had 2 big mistakes there. Lenny Gel, that's why I have him for the experience. He picks things up, gets us going again. And Sablik on the ball. Sablik can't get it in the back of the net. Back and forth. The final 10 minutes is very exciting here. Are we going to get the winner? Morales puts this one into the middle. Come on, lads. Lenny Gel, sort it out. Lenny Gel, we need you. I'm relying on you to help me sort this one out. As Morales back to Cermak. And that's the end of the highlight. Does it go straight to penalties, or do we have extra time? We go straight to penalties, and we've not got very good penalty takers, as you can see. To the point where I may as well just press auto pick, because they're all terrible. It's not going to change. I mean, they've just put it in they put it in not a bad order. Look, we'll go for it. Another penalty shootout, which you hate to see, I must say. Let's go to the director camera. For this one, it's Slovan Bratislava taking them first. We've not had much luck with penalty shootouts in the past few days. We lost one to Real Madrid. I believe we lost one on stream as well, I think. I can't remember. I feel like we've lost more than one recently, and there we go. You hate to see it. There's so many penalty shootouts we've had in the past few days. They've all blurred into one, and they've not been very good memories. As okay, Slovan Bratislava missed their second one. We need to score this one though. Morales, come on, I believe in you. Morales, show me why you're one of our star players. As he Panenka's that, I think, into the back of the net. You love to see it. So 1 apiece after 2 penalties. You, Hornacek, you need to show me that you're a capable goalkeeper. And that's the second time he's made the save and pushed it into the back of his net. Honestly, it's not looking good. Really not looking good for him. And luckily, we scored our other penalty. But Hornacek, we do have another goalkeeper who isn't quite as good as Hornacek. But quite frankly, the way Hornacek has played today, he's gifted them 1 goal in the game, 1 goal in the penalty shootout by just pushing them into the back of the net, helping it along its way. I'm not happy with that. Slovan Bratislava's keeper has just saved that one. And if I'm honest with you, I've got no confidence in Hornacek. I've got no confidence in Hornacek. If Slovan Bratislava score this, they win the shootout. So Hornacek has to save it or they've got to miss it. And quite frankly, the only way we're winning this now is if they miss their penalties. Hornacek's not making a save. Prove me wrong. He's not proved me wrong. And that's another penalty shootout that we've lost. It's not ideal, this is it. It's not ideal. Aggressive. Far from pleased with that result. There's a bit of silverware we could have won, and we've bottled it. We've lost in the Champions League on penalties. We've lost in this on penalties, and it was on stream. We lost the Community Shield on penalties as well. And should also say, this week I'm streaming every single day at 4 PM UK time because I'm really trying to get to Twitch partnership where I get a big verified tick and more benefits for you guys when you're watching and things like that. So what I need though is 75 average viewers across the entire streams. So I need as many people as possible to get in the stream. So if you've got nothing to do, pop the stream on, 4 PM UK time. We're going for a few hours. Even if you don't really want to watch it, just pop it on. Leave the volume on very slightly because you have to have the volume on for it to count as a view, apparently. But you don't have to. Just have it on in the background, and then that's fine. We just want to get partnership. Partnership's something that we really want to get, and it will be a great achievement for the channel. So not a great start to the season, really. Not a great start to the season. You'll notice there's no friendlies there. For whatever reason, the season ticks over really late, so we do all our friendlies at the end of last season, which is why loads of transfers that we made said they came in last season. They didn't come in last season. They came in this season, but it doesn't tick over until I don't know, just weirdly weird. I don't know. Either way, we're going to come back, I think, next time for the Euro Cup playoffs. I want to play some league games, get to know some of these players, but also the Europa League is very important for us. So we'll come back for these Europa League games and hopefully qualify for the Europa League group stages. So thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have done, drop a like on the video for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and I will see you next time. Have a good one. Goodbye.